up, everybody? Welcome to the Clubhouse. We got Russell Dorsey, Joshua Perry. I'm Brooke Fletcher.
Yo, Joshua's funny for what he just said. Y'all didn't catch it.
It's true.
Rewind if you can have that capability.
All right, welcome to the Clubhouse. Let's start in the world of baseball because, listen, we got to talk. This picture speaks 1,000 words. Did I say that right? Yeah, it speaks 1,000 words. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Okay. You know me, I butcher
She's bad with the idioms, y'all.
I'm bad with the idioms, people. All right, well, we got to start with this. So this is the face of a man. Bryce Harper, he bombed 2 homers last night and stared down Orlando Arcia, and both of them. Now Arcia, he was overheard making remarks in the clubhouse after the win in Game 2. Bryce Harper, he was thrown out for the final out of that game, and he said, "Attaboy, Harper," and he took that personally. So, Russ, is Bryce Harper the most dangerous bear to poke in the major leagues?
Yeah, I would say so, Brooke, because the guy rises to the occasion. He is the ultimate showman. When the lights are the brightest, when the moments are the biggest, you can expect Bryce Harper to do something great. He has the 3rd highest slugging percentage in the history of the postseason. You know the guy's number 1 on that list? Babe Ruth. So, like, when you're in conversations with Babe Ruth, you're doing something right. And this is what you expect from the guy that you give a big old blank check for, or not blank, but they put $330 million on there.
It might as well have been blank.
Might as well have been blank at that point. And with Bryce Harper, I think for me, watching him continue to ascend throughout his career, where, you know, in Washington, after he left,
I like that.
They continued to ascend. And after that, after he left Washington, they went on to win the World Series. And people are like, ooh, was Bryce the reason they didn't win? And so until you get to that pinnacle, it's always on the back of your mind. And I know it is for him, where guy's 2-time MVP, he's gonna be a first ballot Hall of Famer, but he really wants to win that first World Series title, and I think they have a shot to do that.
He's hungry. He is a man on a mission.
Yeah.
Trey Turner calls him the showman, just the way he performs on the field and just the grittiness that blue collar edge that he describes as the Phillies fans and just playing for that city. I think he implements that in his game there, and I love it. But I want to get to the Braves side, Russ, because, you know, Bryce took that personally. He had a chip on his shoulder, and then Arcia was saying, listen, he wasn't supposed to hear that in the clubhouse, and kind of they're blaming the media now. I'm curious what your thoughts are.
I'm perplexed by this. Now, for me, I think when you walk into the clubhouse, the things that are said out in the open while reporters are in there is not off the record. And I think we have an issue with people that don't know what off the record and on the record mean. When you walk into a locker room or clubhouse, the things that are said are not off the record. Second thing, why not just stand on what you said? Orlando Arcia not only said it loudly for people to hear, he repeated it, right? Just say, hey, I said it. I was excited that we won the game. They won the next game. He played well, and we have to try to win this game tonight. End of story. Now going back and saying, oh, I didn't mean for him to say it, and you know, but maybe, you know, the boogeyman heard what we said, and then he hit 2 home runs.
Is that what he sounds like to you?
That's what. Yes, yes. That's what they sound like. Like all of a sudden you're trying to blame the media because all of a sudden the Phillies played well. Bryce Harper hit 2 homers, and now it's the media's fault. It's not the Braves' fault for having the best record in all of baseball and having this offense that hasn't performed.
I will say that I do think it is very lame. Having been somebody who was in professional locker rooms and we used to have the locker room open, like you know, and your boys usually tap you too and let you know, hey, there's certain things we can't say right now.
Yeah.
And so when those things are said and you know there's media there, that's when it's time to really stand on it.
Well, we're going to use Harper to launch a new device here on the clubhouse, and we're going to call it the Spice Rating. What's the Spice Rating? Let's start with our boy Bryce with that stare down to Arcia there. The picture worth 1,000 words. I had to correct myself.
I'm going to go with ghost pepper level spice. And the reason I'm going so high is because it didn't happen once. It happened twice. And he wanted to make sure that they locked eyes. It's like, yeah, I'm looking at you. And in baseball, it's not a sport that really gets a ton of spice. But now we get that spice, and it's in the postseason, and it's a Phillies team that, you know, a Phillies team that they knocked the Braves out last postseason. So I think it's very high for me.
How hot is the Carolina Reaper? That's a really hot one.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, I'm going with that too. I'm with you. Like, I feel like the opportunity to get petty like this doesn't always present itself. And when you can, in a game that really matters, the postseason, absolutely. Spicy as all get out.
Okay, I'll go along the ghost pepper spicy. It was spicy. Spicy.
Say it one more time, please.
It was spicy. Yeah, it was.
A lot of
it was
Y's
awesome.
on that.
Yeah, ghost pepper. I don't know what other hot pepper there is, so I didn't want to steal yours. So I'll just say it's spicy.
Scotch bonnet.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I was thinking about that one too.
All right, let's get to the next one. WNBA Finals. Let's take a listen.
She's heard it all. Third in MVP voting? Okay. Rest on that. It's a joke. She's been off the charts efficient.
Dang, that's spicy. That's sassy. That's everything in between there from our girl Becky Hammon. What do you guys think?
Okay. It's similar level of spice. Scotch bonnet. Like, I'm putting it up there. Like, and you have the right to be like that when you're out here dominating in the finals.
Yeah.
Like, I'm totally, they have no answer for Asia Wilson. There is zero answer right now, and so I'm here for this.
It's Scotch bonnet spice to me as well, for the fact that there are probably, most likely, MVP voters in that room.
Yes.
And she pulled up on them.
And it's crazy that Breanna
Same
Stewart
energy.
won MVP over Asia, and look what Asia is doing in this game. And the Aces, they are absolutely dominating the Liberty in this matchup, just putting them, on check.
I do think Breanna Stewart deserved to win MVP. However, I think everything that's come after, like we talk about with baseball.
Yes.
You have a lot of regular season,
dudes.
A lot of regular season dudes out
They be
here.
looking regular in the
when
postseason.
Yes, and when the postseason comes, who performs?
But the two of them, we know that they are acquaintances, they're friends, and they haven't spoken poorly about each other regarding of how the process went down here. But so we'll see how Game 3 goes and see if the Liberty can bounce back. All right, let's get to the last one. Jason Kelsey, he is on his podcast, and he says NFL players will start faking injuries to force the league to ban the tush push. He's the latest in a growing number of NFL figures opposing the play. So let's hear the spice rating on this one.
Like cracked black pepper.
Yeah.
It's mild.
Dash of hot sauce.
A little
Maybe.
mild. Frank's Red Hot, maybe?
Yeah, and not spicier than that.
Yeah, that's just like two
Tabasco?
dashes. It's not very spicy. One, I'm tired of seeing other teams try it because they're not as successful as the Philadelphia Eagles. I think a lot of people say, oh, it's going to be, like, you're not going to be able to stop it. No, people have been stopping it. And so I think it is more successful than maybe the QB sneak or, just giving it to the running back in I formation. But
I'm going to tell you what'll get the NFL to take this one out of the off the field too. It's not opposing players feigning injury. What it's going to be is a defensive line that is so low out of their stance to submarine through the kneecaps of offensive linemen, and the linebacker who's willing to get concussions like I was, that comes over the top and hits the quarterback in the head. That was a graphic description, but that's the only way this play is going to disappear. And so I don't even think this is true, what he's laying out here. Like, that's the reality of it.
Do you think there will be change, though?
It's not a good play for everybody. I don't think there should be change. If they do, that's soft.
Yeah. Well, Coach has said that it's virtually unstoppable if you run that play there. So, I mean, it's working.
Some teams have been stopped.
Yep. Well, yep, that's true. All right. Well, coming up here on the Clubhouse, we're diving into Thursday night football on the other side. So stick around and make sure you scan the QR code down there at the bottom of the screen and join in on the chat to be featured on the show. All right. We'll be back.